Hello everyone, my name is Eric Kavanaugh, and today's training will be on how to conduct a call session in Mojo. So go ahead and open a web browser and go to the Mojo Sales website, and then go ahead and log in. If you don't know how to log into Mojo, we have a training video that will teach you how to do that. Then you're going to go to the Power Dialer tab. Once you get to the Power Dialer tab, if you don't have all this set up already, the caller ID and your calling list and all that stuff set up, we have a training video that will teach you how to start an initial call session. And then we have a training video that will teach you how to import contacts into the Mojo dialer. So if you don't know how to do that, then just watch those training videos and then you can return to this one. Alright, before you actually start your dialing session, you're going to want to have a couple resources at your fingertips. So one of the resources I use is a notepad app. And this serves as a twofold. It'll allow you the ability to jot down some notes while you're making your calls, and it also allows you the ability to have your script here, or you can have your script physically printed out in front of you, whatever works for you. This is the way I like to do it. And since I have my script memorized, I don't even need to have a script on there. Then your calendar. So whether it's a physical calendar on your computer, or a physical calendar in front of you, or one like I have right in front of you that you're looking at right now on the computer, you got to have your calendar in front of you so that you know when to schedule your appointments when you're making your calls, because a couple seconds of delay could cost you a potential client if you don't have your tools readily available. So this is the setup I like to use right here, where I've got my calendar in my top right of my screen, my notepad on my bottom right, and then Mojo right here taking up the majority of the screen. And if you have a dual monitor setup, you can do something different where you have your notepad and your calendar on one screen and then your Mojo on a different screen. However you like to do it, whatever works for you. So then you're going to want to start the call session. So go ahead and link your phone to the Mojo as you've seen in the other training video. So I'm doing that right now. I'm calling the 603-610-7790. So we type in the PIN number 05.
You are now logged into the Mojo dialer. Please press the start button on your screen to begin calling.
Alright, before you click start, you got to make sure you're fully ready to go. So you got all your resources in front of you and you have your script either on your notepad or memorized. Because once you hit start, the phone calls are going to start, and these boxes that say free are going to say dialing at the top, and then there's going to be a name and a phone number below it. And as long as it's red, it means it's still calling them. And when it turns green, it'll turn green around this edge if you get an answer, or if you reach someone's answering machine. So if you reach someone's answering machine, there's going to be a list of options over here. You're going to hit no contact. And if you hit someone and you're actually talking to someone, someone actually answers the phone, then you're going to introduce yourself, ask if you're talking to the right person, introduce yourself, and then go through your script. And then you're going to be categorizing. So just an idea of what you're going to be looking forward to here when I click start. So I'm going to go ahead and start it, and then I'll show you what that looks like. So you see the dialing, the name, and the number. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, is this Luana?
Yes.
Hello, Luana. My name is Eric, and I'm with Team Kavanaugh at HomeSmart. And the reason I was calling you today, Luana, is because we're working with some pre-approved buyers in your area who are looking to buy a home. If we can get you a fair market offer or better on your property, are you interested in selling?
No. Sorry. I'm not interested.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time, Luana. Okay, so this is a good example. So this is what most of your calls are going to look like. And what you're going to do after they hang up is you're going to come over here to this section right over here, and you see this groups. There's an appointment set, dead lead, future follow-up, hot lead, not yet interested, trash, and warm lead. Well, that person was pretty easy to classify because they're not yet interested and they don't really follow under any other category. If let's say that person had shown some sort of interest, like, oh yeah, I'm kind of interested in selling my home, and they would have said something to that extent, you could put them on the future follow-up, potentially a warm lead. I've gotten calls where someone will say, yeah, I'm very interested in selling my home, and then when I start asking them some questions, I find out that they're a year to two out. I would put that person under future follow-up and then jot down some notes here about their time frame or whatever. But most of the time, people won't even want to talk more than just saying, I'm not interested. So yeah, that one I go not yet interested, and then you're going to hit contact up here, and then that'll mark it in your reports of how many contacts you made, and it's right over here also. It'll show you how many dials you made, how many contacts you made, how many non-contacts, like how many answering machines you got. Also, something that's very important is let's say that person had said, please don't ever call me again, I'm on the do not call list, and they would have hung up. Then you're going to hit them under trash, and you're going to hit do not contact. Another example is if someone only speaks a different language, and you don't want to ever have to call that person again, you could put them in the trash. That's one example. But yeah, you can utilize these different groups however you'd like, but for this particular person, they were not yet interested, and that's how I'd classify them. And then I'd hit contact. All right, let's try continue on and make another contact or two before we conclude this training. Hello, is this Larry?
Yes, who's this?
My name is Eric, and I'm with Team Kavanaugh at HomeSmart. And the reason I was calling you today, Larry, is because we're working with some buyers in the area who are looking to buy a home. If we could get you a fair market offer or better on your property, are you guys interested in selling?
No.
Okay, thank you very much, Larry. I appreciate your time.
Bye.
Bye. Like I said, that's going to be 90% of your calls right there. And that's just the way it is. But when you get that one person who is interested, I'll go ahead and if we don't get one of those on this call session, I'll role play it so that you guys can kind of see what it'll sound like. But just try not to lose your nerve when you do get someone who is interested, and just try and stay calm and think of what you need to say in order to set an appointment. Hello, is this George? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, is this George?
Yes.
Hello, George. My name is Eric, and I'm with Team Kavanaugh at HomeSmart. And the reason I was calling you today, George, is because we're working with some buyers in the area who are looking to buy a home. If we could get you a fair market...
I'm okay.
You're okay? Thank you for your time, George. I appreciate it. Okay, so, like I said, that's going to be probably of the... let's say you call 3 to 4 hours a day, 90% of it will look like that. You'll occasionally have a guy who might scream at you and say, why are you calling me, and use profanity. In those events, just put trash or do not contact. But let's say you call a guy like I called George here, and I went through my script like I had, and I said, my name's Eric, I'm with Team Kavanaugh HomeSmart, go through the Briar script. And he's like, oh yeah, I am interested in selling. I have X property, and I want to get it listed and sold. So that's when that moment happens. I don't know if it'll be the same for you, but my gut jumps to my throat, and I want to say a bunch of stupid things. Just take a deep breath. Be like, well, fantastic. When would be a great time to meet with you? So I'm going to go ahead and role play it. Hello, George. My name is Eric, and I'm with Team Kavanaugh at HomeSmart. We're working with buyers in the area looking to buy a home. If I can get you a fair market offer on your home or better, are you interested in selling? George says to me, yeah, actually, you know what? I have a property, not this one, but another one that I wanted to sell. Oh, well, fantastic, George. I would like to meet with you. How does Wednesday at 1 p.m.? I look at my schedule right here and see that. He'd be like, that doesn't really work very well for me. How about it at 2 or 3? Okay, 3 p.m. on Wednesday the 13th. How does that sound? Sure. Why are we meeting, though, Eric? Oh, that's a great question, George. The reason that we should meet on Wednesday is because that way I can go through with you how I plan to market and sell your home. That's what we do is we meet with people, we show them our plan to market the house, we help them sell it, and we get them exposure on the home and whatever it is that it takes to get the home sold. You could say something to that extent. If you could figure out exactly what you're going to say before you say it and have follow up, like you can have like a flow chart of if they say a certain thing, what you're going to say back to it. But in the end, these are going to be just natural flowing conversations. And all you're going to do if they ask you why you're going to meet with them or why you need to set an appointment with them is explain to them the importance of the meeting, the importance of marketing their home and getting it sold. Another thing that could also happen is if they don't want to meet, you could also suggest a phone appointment. Say, well, if you don't want to meet, George, that's fine. How about I call you on Wednesday the 13th and follow up with you? And then I've had people who don't want to meet in person, but they're more than happy with a phone appointment. And then from there, you can potentially get a listing just without even ever meeting the person. And that's happened on a few occasions with Matt. Well, that covers pretty much most all the scenarios you're going to come across. There'll be a couple outliers, and we can't cover all of those because there's just too many of them to cover in one training. But that'll cover about 99% of your calls. There's going to always be that one conversation that we're not going to be able to cover in training just because there's just too many possibilities. But for the most part, you're not going to get screamed at. You're not too much. You will a little bit. And you're not going to have those people who just roll over for you. But you might have to ask that follow-up question after they say, I'm not yet interested. But you could tell that they're not ready to hang up yet. Well, you can say, well, when do you plan on moving? Or ask them for their time frame. And that's gotten some success for us in setting appointments and so on. But that concludes our training for today. Hope you learned a lot, and good luck on your phone calls.